What's up, everybody? Good evening. Welcome to the once again the Four Black Guys show. We in the house, everybody. Please put your fours up with me as we represent what's going on. What's going on, folks? Man, so glad that everybody has shown up tonight. We are
Wait a minute. Do
thankful.
I got four fingers up? Okay.
I don't know. Depends on what
One,
you've been
two, three,
drinking
four.
and or
Okay.
smoking.
Okay. It didn't look like four at first. It only
Wow.
looked. I'm looking at four in my hand, but on the screen it only looked like three. So that's
Wow.
why I was. Okay. Yeah, that's four.
Boy, that medication must be something serious, Doc.
Yeah, that was four.
Okay. What's up, Miss Michelle? Michelle in the house already hitting us up first time. Man, we got to start taking a tally of the first time people that hit us up, man. You know, like they first in or something.
Yeah, we need to do a giveaway or something.
Yeah, we need to give away. We are working on. I want to work on some mugs. That's what I want to work on, man. So we can all,
Some
when we drink.
mugs.
Yeah, so we won't be drinking out of jugs.
No, I need something bigger than a mug. Then
No,
I
you
need
don't need
something
nothing
bigger
bigger
than a
than
mug.
mug, bro. You
That
don't
ain't
need
gonna
nothing
work.
big. What's up, Miss Mac? Good to see you. Bless you. How you doing? Hope you're having a good night. Once again, everybody, welcome to the Four Black Guys show. We're here every Sunday evening at 7:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. And if you're watching us on Facebook, please hit like, hit share. And if you're on YouTube, and we want everybody to start moving over to the YouTube side, so that
Absolutely.
you'll know that when you can hit the subscribe button and then smash the notification bell.
Lovejoy, you look so dignified, sir. Why
Can I finish?
Okay, I'm sorry, but yeah, you look so dignified sitting there. Look at you. See, yeah. Okay,
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
what I'm doing. I appreciate that, James.
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
Okay, my apologies, Pastor Myers. You may continue, sir.
Yes, sir. Go
Thanks.
ahead.
What's up, Carlton Mack? If you're on YouTube, please go over to YouTube, guys. We're trying to get the numbers up over there. We want you to hit the subscribe button and then smash the notification bell so that you know when we go live. But everybody should know by now. But if you're new to the channel, hit that button for us. All right. Oh, what's up, McLeonard? We got McLeonard up in the house. MC Leonard. So glad that you're in the house with us, man. We appreciate it. James Fred, we got a lot to talk about tonight, brother.
Yes.
Lovejoy, we're gonna talk a little bit more about relationships. We started last week. We're gonna try to end the month of love, the love month, with the love doctor.
Yes, sir.
Love.
Yes, sir. You better say that. You better say that.
And I'm interested to know how many people actually made it this far. Still a couple.
Interesting question. I would like to know who's sleeping on the couch and who's actually sleeping in man caves and dog houses around.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So everybody who's watching tonight, Carlton Mack will be. It's a wrap. Truck will be at UAB this week, so you can get your wrap. She's going to be out in front of, I think it's going to be West Pavilion. If you're going to be at a UAB, come out and check out what It's a Wrap Truck. He's going to be selling his wraps out there and do some
I'm
karaoke.
sure I gotta get out there.
I don't know if they're going to let you do karaoke out there at UAB in front of the hospital, but you never know. What's going on, Michelle? Dr. Lovejoy, you are looking like a college professor.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. He looks very, very I don't know, just
dapperish.
I don't
yeah,
have
yeah,
anything
very,
different.
yes.
I don't have anything different going on.
It's the new workout and diet plan you got going.
Right.
Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's do it.
Well, let's do it. So,
good segue, Steve. Come on, let's do it.
Yes, sir. So I'm in segueing into this. I just want to tell our listeners that, man, we love and appreciate y'all so much, and we have a lot going on. Each one of us knows somebody that's either sick or that's been in danger or that's been in the hospital, and I'm just here to tell all my friends and loved ones, please, y'all, keep yourself safe. Please be healthy. My wife just got back from Aldi's, man. We about to veg it up. We going you know what I'm saying? We're cutting the meat out. We're cutting the sugar out this week. It's happening this week, guys.
Good.
So I just want y'all to take care of yourself, man. I had a couple partners going to the hospital. I got a friend right now. She's dealing with COVID. I got another partner who's been through some situations this past weekend I'm not going to talk about. But, man, it's crazy. And so I want you guys to take care of yourselves. And in that, I'm gonna shoot it over to Lovejoy because he's decided to go a whole different way in his lifestyle. And he's kind of documenting that on Facebook.
Yes.
He's getting up early,
Yes.
man. He's working out. He's eating healthy. I'm gonna let him handle what he's doing. Dr. Lovejoy, you want to tell everybody kind of what your regimen is and what you decided to do?
So real quick, because we got a lot to talk about. After I went through my battle with COVID, I've learned a couple of things. One, we really don't have a reference point on how COVID is going to do individuals. So we just kind of have to, if you go through it, we have to go through it not alone, because there is a support system and the 4 Black Guys is making information available for you guys. But what I've learned is when I was going through mine, Sunday, February the 10th was the day I started telling the father to take me on home, bring me on home, because that's what COVID was doing to me. The pain, the headaches, my back pain, and gasping for air. Every air was precious to me. So when I came on the other side of COVID,
Keep going, Doc.
Okay, so when I came on the other side of COVID, my apologies. When I came on the other side of COVID, I made a decision that I was going to be as healthy as I could. I was going, watch this, let me get churchy. I was going to present my body as a living sacrifice. I was going to do the things that was necessary for me to live and not die. I'm being real churchy right now. To live and not die and to declare the works of the Lord. I have an assignment. And what I'm not going to do is go out like a punk ass, excuse me, and die before my time. And please hear me with all sincerity. I'm not suggesting that that's what's happening to people. I wanted to make sure that I did what was possible for me. So I'm in the gym. I have a trainer, and he's trying to kill me right now on this Stairmaster. He's teaching me techniques on how to live. So I'm telling y'all now, at 48 years old, I'm going to be, I'm not sure if there's a word for it, but I'm going to be hot boy summer fine.
Hot boy summer fine, all right.
I don't even know if that's a term or not, but that's what I'm going to be.
No,
you just made one up.
Hey, check this out. I'm telling y'all now. Y'all gonna be mad at me because I'm gonna be just like this, my Sherlock, or
come on, man.
A beater on something. I'm gonna be just flexing for no reason. I'm telling you that right now. So
if you're gonna flex like this on your floor, you can be flexing like
That's right. See, that's right. But the seriousness to that is, guys, we can control what we put in our mouth. So I'm gonna challenge all my men of color, Black men especially. Man, let's get our blood pressure down, man. Let's get our glucose levels under control.
Yes,
let's
sir.
get our LDLs, our HDLs under control. And man, let's see if we can live John 10:10, this full life that was promised to us. So man, let's push all that junk away, that processed food. Man, let's start eating fresh vegetables and things like that. And I promise you guys, because I'm telling you this, I'm on this journey too. So yeah, that's what I'm doing, fellas.
What's up, Mike? Man, awesome. And you're gonna be kind of documenting this on your journey on Facebook for us, Doc?
Absolutely.
Awesome.
I'm telling you, I'm taking my shirt off the very first chance I get. I'm telling you now. So get ready. I'm taking my shirt off. Y'all better get ready. I'm telling you now. So don't say I ain't warned you.
All right, we have been formally warned that the shirt will be on.
I'm taking my shirt off.
It's coming off.
I'm taking it off.
Oh, all right. James Fred, what's happening, man? It looks like you are in a new fancy schmancy location, Doc. So you got to tell us what the what is, bro.
Okay, yes, sir. All right. So for a while now, Stephen, you probably noticed, we were trying to find, I needed a location to do some things that I've been trying to do. As far as photography goes and videography and all of that. So I finally found a location here, and I'm gonna take you around for a minute. So
okay,
I am in Inslee, downtown Inslee. We are actually a block from Volcano.
I don't know what that is.
You don't know what Volcano is?
No,
if Mario was here, he'd say Mario. Mario know what it is if he was here. But we have an event center, sir.
Okay.
So I can't switch the camera. I don't know how to turn the camera around. But anyway,
That's a
you
shame. A
see,
cameraman does not know how to work his own
man, I
phone.
can't. Can y'all see that? Can y'all see?
Yes,
Can
we can
y'all
see
see?
that. Yes, it's
Okay.
very nice.
Yeah. So the building, man, it's not very large. It's 1,300 square feet,
Okay.
but it is 1,300 square feet of open space.
Okay.
That allows us to be able to do different setups. We're going to do some podcasting in here, of course, photography setups. We'll be able to host business meetings in here. As you see, we have 4 screens that we got up. Now, these screens are also going to be able to play the same thing simultaneously if we need them to. All the screens can be hooked to a laptop to display whatever you need them to display. We are going to, like I said, having events in here. There's going to be some things during the day we're going to be doing also. But it is, like I say, man, it is really nice. We've already got some things going on. We've actually already got events scheduled in the building also. But the one thing that I do want to do, we're going to use this building also. I'm going to be trying to set up after school programs here around town. You know, we got JO down the street, and there's also some elementary and middle schools around here. So we're going to set up some after school programs, man. Basically, what I want to do is.
James, and let me just offer a suggestion. Why don't you go live? Why don't you go live? Maybe like during the day, and just explain your whole setup and what you got going on the 4 Black, so it can actually be documented. I know
I can do that.
But
I can do that. Yeah, I'll definitely do that.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is also a place where the 4 Black guys can come together and we can do the show together.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And be able to.
That's what's up.
To do that. We've got security. We've already partnered with caterers and mobile bartenders. So yeah.
So what's the name of the place?
E19, baby.
E19.
Right here in Inslee on 19th Street.
That makes sense.
So, like I say, we are going to. It's secure. It's safe. Like I say, we've already got our own security. So yeah, this is something that I think can be used for a lot of positive means. As you know, we have issues going on in this city, and I think it's time we get involved.
All right.
Seriously involved.
You heard it first, guys. We're gonna be at E19 very, very soon, working on some things for the city.
Oh, Carlton Mack, we putting some stuff together too, man. I'm gonna need a food truck out here, but I'll get with you and let you know.
There you go, boom. Also, man, I just want to throw this up before we get into what we need to. If you have a business, please hit us up on the 4 Black Guys page. We like to throw your name out there. We like to get some people come your way. We're here to help. You know what I mean? A lot of folks use their platform to tear down. We're not trying to be about that. We're trying to build up. So if you got a business, man, and you're moving positively, hit us up. Put us a note on our Facebook page, guys, and let us know what's going on so we can put you on the show and put you on blast. All right. So I want to go ahead and we got to mention it. America, and not really America.
Wait,
but
Steve,
yes.
Hold on. I apologize. I just got a text. I forgot, and I can't believe I forgot this. This building is also going to be the gallery for Jesse's paintings. Yeah. I messed that up.
Ooh, Jesus.
We're gonna talk about that tonight. We're gonna talk about that tonight. All right, go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, this is going to be the gallery for her paintings too. So we're going to get the paintings up. They're just going to be displayed here, and they will be for sale. So that'll be coming up in the next couple of weeks.
Are you going to have other artists be able to showcase their paintings there also?
Absolutely.
So if you're an artist in Birmingham and you have paintings and you have art for sale, hit James Fred up, see if we can get you over at E19 when they begin putting those installations in. Hit them up. Maybe we can get yours in and have people come look at that. All right. All right. So once again, guys, I want your prayers. We got Miss Jessie who's not feeling good. Yes, Lovejoy.
How was your weekend, sir?
Oh man.
Oh man.
Yeah, I know. I'm like the host, man. I keep the show moving, Doc. I keep my weekend was good, man. The kids went and visited their grandmother this weekend, and me and my wife enjoyed the peace and the quiet. It was nice. But now they're back. So right.
Yeah, I got you.
But we enjoyed ourselves. Me and the wife, we enjoyed our peace and quiet, man. And she worked on some stuff for her show. Oh, that reminds me, she has a podcast, Take Two with Tanya. Go look that up. That's my wife's podcast for women on the plus side of 40 for you guys. She has a podcast for you guys, and it's really, really nice. So go check that out. That's Take Two, the number 2 with Tanya and her podcast. All right. So let's talk about right quick Russia and Ukraine. Russia's decided to invade. I shouldn't say Russia. I should really say Putin, because I don't know if the whole Russian people are with this nut, but they have decided to invade Ukraine. I think his purpose is to build the old Soviet Union back the Soviet Empire back.
Yes.
And I think that's about all he wants. I think it's an ego-driven thing. I'm going to ask you guys right quick, what are your thoughts on it? I know James Fred, what he's going to say, but I just want right quick, this whole thing. Do you think that the U.S. is going to get involved in this at any point?
I do. We don't know how to mind our own business. So short version of that, yes, I think we are. I think we some bullies, and it's that relationship between Russia and Ukraine has nothing to do with it. That's like a toxic relationship that's been going on for years. Right. And it's like Russia is like this narcissistic kind of person who won't allow the Ukraine population to move on with their life. They just have to have it. And to your point, Steve, I think it's for control. It's an ego thing. We want to see who nuts hang the lowest and swing the biggest. So, but Ukraine is answering back, saying, "No, we're not going out without a fight."
They're not going down without a fight, man.
So big ups to you, Ukraine. I'm pulling for you guys. And Russia's just a big bully. And hey, United States of America, if you can, mind your own damn business. That's what I say.
James Fred, I know it's gonna be short and sweet. Go ahead.
I pass.
Okay. All right.
There we go. There we go.
And local news, man, we've had quite a few shootings here in the city of Birmingham, and James Fred, I'm gonna ask you to be short on this also. But we've had quite a few shootings. I think we've had 10 or 11 now over the past.
We have had 11 shootings in 11 days.
So that's a person killed in our city, one a day. And it is sad that as it's getting warmer, that people are finding a way to kill each other. And I mean by black people. I'm sure there's some other people that are being shot, but I'm more worried about our young men. James Fred, what are your thoughts about the violent uptick we're having now in the city of Birmingham, Alabama? Short version.
Okay, the short version. Okay, all right. So one thing that bothered me is I saw a lot of local churches started making posts about pray for Ukraine, and I've never seen these churches say pray for our city, or pray for the city that we're in, or pray for the people where we're at. That bothers me. It's grandstanding, and I don't like it. I've seen a lot of these punk, pussified, sissy men out here want to all of a sudden pray for Ukraine and talk about truck convoys and all that other bullshit that don't matter. But you raising children in
Hey,
this city.
you don't need me on the show tonight.
And have to deal with this stuff. Let me tell y'all something. And I need people to understand this. See, because what's happening is you're getting into a realm where you're gonna start dealing with real people. I'm raising a son in this. God forbid if something happens to my son, there will be no visuals, there will be no candlelight walks in Lynn Park. I'm coming to find the son of a bitch who did it, and I'm gonna get him. And it's gonna be easy because all these jokers are rappers. They got little stuff they doing on YouTube and they talk about what they do.
Mm.
All you gotta do is pull them up. They're gonna go and kill somebody, then they're gonna make a song about it. So it's not hard at all. But you got people that's worried about, that's so all of a sudden worried about Ukraine. All of a sudden they're just so concerned with the Ukrainian people. But it was America first a few years ago, wasn't it?
Oh my. Oh my.
But now all of a sudden you so worried about it. So listen, I don't want to hear it. To anybody who deals with me on social media, anything, please don't talk to me about Ukraine because I'm gonna cut you out.
All right, then. You heard from James about the local affairs. Man, it is amazing, though, James. You bring up a pretty good point. It was America first, a few months ago, a year ago, but now we're all supporting Russia. I don't understand that, how we go from America first to Putin first. I don't get it. But hey, that's the wide openness of conservatism, I guess. Lovejoy,
Yes, sir.
I know you're in Huntsville. Any thoughts about the uptick of violence that we're seeing as it gets?
Well, man, I'm directly connected because it was almost like deja vu when I was living in Birmingham on 24th Street in Central City. I remember back in 1990. Okay, I'm telling my age, but in 1990 I was in high school, and we had an incident just like this where it was in high school where 13 people was killed. It was when Black Gangster Disciples was at its highest and all of the killing was happening. So this is almost like deja vu for me. And I'm still concerned because that's my city, man. That's where I came from. I'm a product of Birmingham, Alabama. And it does concern me that we'll still, and it's not even summertime yet.
Right.
It concerns that, and not that we should even use summertime as our premise for when people are getting killed the most, and that is asinine and ludicrous.
Right.
But to think, man, that this is what's going on, and the focus now becomes a foreign country, shows me the diversion tactics that's always being done when it comes down to Black men being killed. Like it's not important, like it's open deer season for us. And let them just wipe themselves out. Here's our focus. Have absolutely nothing to do with me. And I just thought about this. You know what it's likened to, y'all? When we say Black Lives Matter, and then all of a sudden somebody else goes, all lives matter. To divert the attention off this subterfuge and all of these other things that's happened. So my thought is, I think we need to start speaking directly to the issue. And for all those that are cooning and making other things issue, I think we need to sweep around. What's that song? The wine.
Sweep around your own front door.
Sweep around your own front door before you try to sweep around mine. I think we have more issues at home than we need to be paying attention abroad.
Awesome.
Absolutely.
Thank you. All right, guys. So we want to once again thank you guys for watching, coming into the Four Black Guys show. We are suffering a lot of violence in the world, and some of that kind of starts at home with our relationships. See how I did that, Lovejoy? See how I did that?
Cool, man. Cool. You are almost cooked. You man.
And because we have,
we need to lighten the load on James because he's heavy.
Yeah, he's heavy load. Yeah. But we are suffering violence, and I believe that some of that directly comes from our home and our relationships that we have with each other, the relationships that we have with our families and our spouses. And we had a very good conversation last week. If you guys didn't get a chance to hear us last week, go check out last week's live broadcast. We talked about relationships and how to fulfill those needs of someone that we are in a relationship with. And I kind of want to continue that on tonight. We want to kind of finish out the love month with Dr. Lovejoy on tonight and dealing with some other relationship issues. So, Dr. Lovejoy, what you got
Yes,
tonight?
sir. Yes, sir. So remember, I asked y'all. I think it was last week. I asked you guys. We started the conversation off about asking, "Who are you?" Things like that. And I may be wrong, but tonight I want to ask. I want to ask another question of you. When it comes down to communicating, communicating with your partner, with your significant other, whomever it may be. What approach, and it's a very broad question, what approach do you take when it comes down to communicating with your partner? Very broad question, and then I'm doing this intentionally. What approach do you take when it comes down to communicating with your significant other? When y'all talking about daily things, arguments, what approach do you take?
That's way broad. I
do. This is what I do for a living.
Like I don't even know how to answer that. What approach when it you talking about just everyday communication?
Everyday communication. I'm talking about when you are having intense conversations. We call them arguments. When you are talking about things that pertains to the family, what approach do you take? Okay, I'll make it easier for you. Do you take the approach in communication of being the leader who talks or being the listener that does the action?
For me, it depends on the situation.
Okay.
Because I'm the one, if there's a problem, I'm gonna say, okay, what's the problem? You know what I mean? And not even in a defensive or offensive way. I just feel that there might be a problem. So how can we alleviate the problem?
Okay.
It depends for me. As far as leadership in speaking, it depends on the situation.
Okay. James?
Yeah, I'm just very direct, man. I'm going to it and I'm gonna ask the questions and try to find out what's going on. And I mean, like if I have an issue, I have no problem voicing it. Or if I feel that there is an issue somewhere else, then I'm going directly to it and gonna ask.
What if, and I'm suggesting this to the 4 Black guys, and Mario, dude, we praying for you tonight.
Yeah.
So I want to put something there to you. What if communication was more about listening than it was about talking?
Okay.
Okay.
I
mean, because not depends, but yeah, how you listen is how you're going to respond or communicate.
That's why I asked the broad question. What's your approach to talking?
Right.
Based off how you listen and how you process things, based off the experience in our lives, it's gonna determine your action and your reaction to whatever is being said to you. Now, some conversations don't require you, and as most men, Steve, that's what we do. We want to fix the problem. But
right.
Some conversations are not even meant or designed for us to even fix.
Can I interject right quick?
Sure.
This question, guys, that Lovejoy has presented, I want you all, everybody that's watching tonight, I want y'all to respond tonight because we want this to be, we want everybody to kind of be involved with this. This is not just a conversation amongst the 4 Black guys. We want this conversation to be with everyone that's watching and listening to us tonight. What approach do you take to communicate with your loved one? And is the initial question, and then what was the one about how we listen, right? Lovejoy, kind of the road you went down. Continue. I'm sorry, I started.
Okay. Based off the communication and based off how you hear is going to determine your response, your action, and your reaction.
Mm-hmm.
Your action and your reaction.
Mhm.
If you're listening to respond, you're not listening to understand.
Mm. And that's where
So
a lot
some conversation are dead in the water before they ever get started. So if we take, and I'm not picking with, that's my brother. I love it. If we take the James approach to it, the conversation already dead before we ever get started. Because he's already made up in his mind, this is what I'm gonna say based off what you said to me. You see the action and the reaction based off what someone else has said. So we got a problem here, guys. So here's your spouse right here. Here's your significant other. Here's you. By the time it hits you, it's lost clarity here. And so what most couples do, they have, that's not even a dialogue, is actually monolithic.
Mm-hmm.
And that is one person is talking, doing all the talking, and the other person has either shut down or trying to find a defense to what the person has said. Well, y'all with me tonight?
I'm with you, Doc. I'm kind of reading comments too while you're talking, man. It says,
okay.
My approach to communication with my mate is different than my approach with other family members. Interesting. So her communication is predetermined on who she's talking to.
Very good, Michelle. And it should be. It should be. Based off who you're talking, based off the goals or the assignment, it should be different. Like I wouldn't talk to my mom like I'm talking to my girl.
No. Right.
So very good point. Very good point, Michelle. Very good point.
Tashara said, oh, go ahead.
No. Go ahead.
Tashara says, my approach is usually to listen first, then respond. If I go into communication trying to get my point across, I'm not listening to my partner.
Hey, hold on. Hey, Tashara, go over to YouTube. What you doing on Facebook? Go over to YouTube. You supposed to be on YouTube content. So come on now.
Isn't that how we often communicate?
That's how.
Let's just take a standard argument. That's an oxymoron. An argument that we normally have. Do you think there's ever resolved to an argument? Most of the time.
No.
It's usually a stalemate, or somebody just gives up trying to argue with somebody.
Right.
So what did we just do?
Hey, as far as I'm concerned, we solved the problem.
It's waste of time.
James Fred, no, you did not solve the problem.
It is what it is, bro. It's over with.
You see?
You know what I'm saying?
You see? So then you start developing this habit where every time a conversation comes up, it's going to be an argument rather than a listening opportunity. Notice the word I just used.
Mm-hmm.
A listening opportunity to understand the other person. Now, remember I said last week, what the other person do to you is none of your business. That's exactly what y'all did to me last week when I said that.
Right. Because it's true. Say it again, bro.
What the other person do to you is none of your business. My focus is what I can control. My mind, my tongue. I am not supposed to be unleashing venom and poison out my mouth to harm the other person. That is not my enemy. Come on, y'all. Y'all got to come on with me. Come on with me.
I'm with you, dog. I'm with you. Go.
No. I'm just saying. So how do we communicate? And y'all remember, I'm gonna bring this back up, and I'm not sure, Steve, you still have it. But so when we communicate in any aspect in our life, we should always use, shameless plug here, what we put in our book, the KIND method. We should always put the KIND method. And Steve asked me what the KIND method is.
Lovejoy, what's the KIND method? Isn't that like an acronym or something?
Wow, I'm glad you asked.
Oh.
So KIND, KIND. When we are talking, James, you should always keep your composure. K. And I'm just gonna run down them real quick, and then we're gonna keep talking.
Okay.
And I don't want to do it on the person doing all the damn talking here tonight.
But you the love doctor. You the love doctor. You gotta talk, man.
Okay. Intentionally listening, because maybe the person is going to say something that's worth hearing, and no negative words used. Well, bitch, your mama left titty smell like
oh my
hot dog water. No negative words.
Wait,
right?
wait. Hot dog oil, bro.
Hot dog water. Hot dog water. And then D, do not shut down in the conversation. Because as men, when we can't get what we need out and we can't articulate that, a man will shut down in a minute. And she just gone by her business. She grabbing there. I don't know who you think you're talking to and all that. And then so the brother's like, you know what? I'm gonna let you have this one. He just shut down. And he go to his corner and he go sit down, he go do his thing. So we ought to use the kind method in our presentation when we have any kind of discussion.
So what was I once again, sir?
Intentional listening.
What? You said it, James?
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna mute my microphone. Time. All right, come on. Last week we were rocking and rolling.
Yeah.
And so it automatically puts us on the defense.
So, Lovejoy.
Yes, sir.
How can we implement this? I mean, if the nature of the person is, and I know people like this, their nature is to fight first. You got to fight or flight, right?
Mm-hmm.
Those are mostly the two responses that we deal with. And the person, the loved one that we're dealing with, is always fight. Mm-hmm. How can we implement kind, and this person is still fighting? Because once again, then it becomes monologuing or monolithic in this conversation.
Sure.
Are there tips in the way to we can maybe move this person or you know what I mean? How can
it goes back to remember the three things? I said go to your significant other and say, if you had the opportunity to evaluate me, what are the three things that you would change about me? Be careful, guys. Be careful. Because there may be some things in that you don't want to hear about yourself.
Right.
So be careful asking that question. And I'm not sure how many people did it, but be careful. So the approach, Steve, is number one, check your ego at the door.
I like that.
Check your ego at the door and go to whomever that person is and say, you know what, baby girl, let's do something different this year, this month, for the next 7 days. Start small. So what we're going to do when we're talking to each other, I'm going to listen to you. And if something comes up and you need to talk to me, let's have the neutral zone where we go and talk. What's the neutral zone? It may be right after you get through making love. It may be when we sit down to eat. But don't try to talk to the person if his football team is playing and you want to start having conversations then.
Okay. Let's stop right there. Okay. Let's stop right there, because I know that a lot of confrontation comes and when people are trying to communicate at inopportune times. You see how I use that word right there?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That's like the Catholic school teaching. Inopportune time. A lot of people, and I'm not just gonna say women or men, try to have these conversations at inopportune times.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Can I get my opinion on that, Lovejoy? So
absolutely, please.
Rest talking. Is that a person uses that to manipulate the person? Because if you know that this person is either, i.e., busy or have their mind on something else or enjoying the football game or whatever, you're going to fight. This is your purpose because you know it's inopportune. So you want to fight. Let's be honest. Yeah. Come on, ladies.
Yes.
Come on, ladies.
Yes.
Because let's be honest, men. Let's be honest. You know this person is at a point to where they really can't talk or don't want to talk, but you want to fight and you take the point to I was about to make this political again, but you're taking the time to manipulate the situation into a fight. Be honest with yourself. Don't you do that.
That's good. That's good. That's good, Steve.
So
Yeah, it's that's like with me when I'm editing videos.
That is not the time to talk.
That's not. And people have learned if they call and I say I'm editing, most of the time, okay, I'll talk to you later. Because either I'm just not gonna talk to you, or I'm gonna be real snippy on the phone. Because I'm focused on something and I'm trying to get something done. And Steve will tell you when you got somebody calling wanting a video and you trying to get it edited and the flipping render time is acting up and the program must have glitched on you and the clip didn't turn out right. You're already frustrated. And now this joker call you talking about, can we talk? No, go talk to your mama. I'm busy right now. So
it happened today, man. My video, I was finished. I was done with it, and it glitched out, bro. I had to go back and fix almost a minute and a half.
See, ain't no talking at that point. We can't talk. No, I don't want to know how your day was. No, I don't. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's just not the time.
All right.
And I think when it comes to our spouses, though, I think we learn that about them. At least we should. I would think that, certain times is not time to talk.
Let me ask you this. So then are we picking?
Are we picking?
I think so.
Are we playing manipulating games?
I think so.
Yes.
Because I mean, if you've been married to a joker for X amount of years, you should know them by now. What sets them off, what makes them upset. I mean, not unless you just got married yesterday. But my wife knows when to come talk to me and when not to come talk to me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Just because she knows, okay, Stephen, he's going through something right now. You retreat to your room. I'm gonna go to my room, and that's it. You know what I mean? She knows when I'm down here practicing and or editing, it ain't the time.
Yeah.
So I think if you've been married for any amount of X amount of years and you do that on purpose, you're manipulating the situation and you're itching for a fight.
So guess what, guys? So we have to have the card conversation, and this is what I call the initiation conversation. You have to have that conversation, and that conversation is we sit down and we talk about, okay, look, if we're gonna be together, we got to make this thing work. It shouldn't be an argument every other 7 minutes.
Amen. Right.
So what do we do to fix it? How do we create? Remember, I talked about the rhythm of your house. How do we create the rhythm for our home? Okay, so as the man, remember, guys, and I'm still old school and I'm old fashioned in this regard. I still believe the man sets the climate to how his house is ran. He sets the climate. And that means he has to be willing to check his ego and his machoism, if that's a word, at the door. This is what I'm saying. Sit down and say, all right, baby, I tell you what, here's what we're going to do in our home. And you tell me, you give your suggestions and we're going to come up with a plan. So when we are talking, make sure everything is good before you go here now. When we are talking, if we don't meet a resolve, we can table this, still conduct daily business with us, and we move on. And then we pick it up when we slept on it. And the Bible talks about not letting the sun go down on your wrath. But I'm not talking about y'all being mad. I'm just talking about y'all coming to an understanding or something. All right, baby. So when do we talk? Michelle, the best, she just told us.
Right.
Her and her husband, best time to talk is pillow talk. Everybody's vulnerable. You need to turn the other way. Your spouse need to turn this other way because your breath stink in the morning, and we ain't trying to offend nobody. So we talking, and we're like, well, babe, this made me feel this way when you did this. Okay, babe, I apologize. I wasn't trying to do this. here's what I was trying to say. You see how we communicating? And now I have an understanding. So next time I won't take something so personal. All right, but watch this. What if your girl is one of those girls who during that time of month, she's just a different person? Okay. So now we need to dwell with her according to knowledge. That is not the time to be with your girl.
Right.
That's your time to stay the hell away and just say, hey, you need something? Holler down the hall. Hey, you need something down like that?
Right.
I'm gonna sit right here. I'm not going down there.
Right.
That's not an issue. That's dwelling with her according to knowledge. Because what we know is, come day 3, and she start coming around, a couple things gonna happen. Either she's gonna crave something, or she want to have a bunch of sex. So, she coming around now. Okay, here's my time. Here we go. So then you start doing your little thing. Okay, can I get real X-rated right now? And I'm going to. I don't care if y'all say I can't.
I'm about to say you're gonna do it anyway.
Yeah. So watch this. If you're in the middle of like making love, and you know she's her most vulnerable then, and she's yes daddy and all those things, and you tag and say, hey girl, you remember you doing your thing? Hey girl, you remember when I told you about this? Yes, daddy. So next time we're gonna have to talk about this, right? Yes, daddy. And I know, I hope children not watching because I'm going there. So even if we have to talk and make it fun, however it works for you.
In that scenario, is she really listening to you though? Or is she just yes daddying because of the feeling?
Oh, but watch this, James.
Come on, Lovejoy.
Here's the redundancy of that. When you're done and everybody done their stuff. Oh, okay, I'm not gonna get that graphic. And you laying there and you trying to catch your breath. So, baby, hey, you remember what I told you? Watch this. Remember I told you such and such? Yeah, I heard you. Now we can make light of it and still talk about it. And like, girl, you crazy, girl. You see how we doing it? But watch this. The conversation is being had.
Right.
And watch this. Different relationships, different things. Some of y'all, to our audience, some of y'all can have conversations and some of y'all pick arguments just to make up. Man, I deal with everything. I deal with everything in my life.
But can I say something about
that?
Can I say something though? Okay. I like kind of what you said because what men do when we have thoughts and ideas, we compartmentalize them in our heads, right?
We do.
And we push them all and it stays there, that stays there. But what women do for the most part, and I can't speak for all women, I'm not one, but what they do is they associate times, thoughts, ideas with feeling. You see what I'm saying? When like Lovejoy is saying, when you're having sex, now you have a feeling associated with what's been talking about.
Yeah.
And so now she's compartmentalized that idea, that conversation with a feeling. And that's where I thought you was going, Lovejoy. You know what I mean?
Really, honestly, Steve, I was.
Okay.
I really was. But
see now, look. Boom.
See that? See that? I ain't been doing this since yesterday. You have to pick your moments, guys, is what I'm saying. What works in my house won't work in Steve's house, won't work in James' house. What works in your house? What works in your house? What is that thing? All right, fellas, here we go. What is that thing that made your girl heart flutter when she saw you about that? You have to take those moments to find time to talk about things. Maybe you turn her on because you're a strong dude and you say, hey, baby girl, wait a minute. Oh, she turned on because she don't have an indecisive dude. He's very decisive in his whole approach. This is what we're going to do, baby girl. You good with that? You see how I just did it? You good with that? You made her a part of it, but you made the decision. Now, some other women personalities are a little bit stronger than that, and you're just going to have to find where it works. So in any communication, because here's the ultimate thing. When you stood on that stage or in that court Here's what you told the world. This is the best I can do right here. That's what you told the world. The girl you with right now, here's what you're saying. At this very moment, and where my mindset is, this is the very best I can do, and here's who I'm willing to work out all my issues with. Here's who I want to win the game of life with. That's what you said. So why not make it work?
Boy, you just messed up a whole bunch of mindsets right there, Doc.
Somebody looking over at the girl like,
Right.
Hey, you gonna get a whole bunch of calls tomorrow, Doc. Hey, you know there's a sister right now looking over at that man in the bed like,
Ain't sister.
now she kicking him out the bed.
right.
I'm going.
I should have traded up.
All right, but watch this, guys. Seriously, there was something about him in the beginning that made you want to be one, even if you didn't like him at first. It may have been consistency. You have to build off that. Go back, guys. Go back. If there's no problem with going back, learning the person. There's no problem going back, learning the person. Why don't you do that so you can make a relationship where it need to be, where y'all like being around each other? You remember y'all used to like going out to Waffle House? Y'all used to wake up at random times in the morning, at 2:00 in the morning, and just say, "Hey, let's go such and such." Or you was in the movie. Check this out. Here we go. You was in the movie, and then all of a sudden you tap on the leg. She know what that tap means. And y'all got a blanket there because she get cold, and also that's the cold. So turn to the side and get some of that little side booty. What was that thing that y'all did? And what happens is in relationship, you lose that, man. You lose it. So when we talking, now we can't even talk to each other because we never learned to talk to each other. We never learned to listen to each other. Sex was good, but we never learned to communicate. We never
established a relationship for real.
Never. Now the sex old.
Right. I was gonna go back to Jesse. Jesse put up a question that says, "What if you shut down because the other three aren't done?" I think she's going back to the kind reference. The keeping composure, intentionally listening, and no negative words. I'm not going to be in a hollering match or keep saying things that's not being heard. That makes both of us look crazy. This is in any relationship for me.
I hear you, Jesse.
What happens when the kind ain't working? The first three ain't working. I guess
it'll work. It'll work if you work it. It's like kind is just like everything else. You can't expect to go into the gym like me. And here's my mindset: because my trainer text me now and tell me meet him in the gym at 5:00 in the morning. Text me right now. Text me that foolishness right now. Meet him at the gym at 5:00 in the morning. So my thing is, you can't expect to get up under there and start pressing it out today and expect results today. The whole purpose, and James, you know this, whole purpose of going in the gym is to break down the muscle so it can build itself again, stronger. Same thing in a relationship. The whole point of talking is for us to continue to exercise this particular muscle called communication. Some things are going to be broke down, but as soon as they're broke down, they need to be building itself. So what do? We do self-care in our relationship. We start hanging out with her. We start listening to her. What's her favorite color? What does she like? She like white roses? Oh, okay, that's her thing. Surprise every now and then. Talk to her. And watch this. It wouldn't hurt to do this on a weekly basis. Hey, baby, is there anything that you want to talk to me about, or something that I'm doing or not doing?
Bruh.
Check me right now.
Bruh.
So your ego is.
See this is one thing I've learned to do, man. Me and my wife, we do temperature checks. You know what I mean? Yeah. I walk up to her and say, "Hey, we good? Anything need to be worked on? And what's going on?" It's okay to do temperature checks, guys. because then you're communicating. She's able to say what she needs to say to you. You need to say whatever you need to say to her, and adjust where you need. You know, it's, what they call it, getting an alignment on your car. You're gonna need to do that, y'all. And if you don't have any communications outside of sex, you will never know an alignment needs to be made, because y'all might be veering off to the. I heard this today, guys. This preacher came to the church today. He said most relationships don't end with a blowout. They end with a leak.
Slow leak.
A slow leak.
That's exactly right.
And I was like, wow. It's the slow leak that might cause the blow up later, but it's something that's happening now. It's the temperature check that you haven't checked in a while. Is what's causing you to veer off.
And check this, Steve. When it's the slow leak, you still have time to fix it before the blowout.
Right.
What, James?
Right.
Come on, man.
Let's see what we got here.
Ain't that what y'all do?
No, nobody does that at all.
Doing pre-marriage counsel, and I told the pastor my future husband meant stability to me. 21 plus years of marriage later, I can still say that.
That's awesome.
That's good. That's good. Consistency is that thing that I was talking about. Consistency. Cesar Shine is a blueprint. It gives you a James, read that. It gives you a base.
I can't see it.
Okay.
I will read it out loud for you. Kind is a blueprint. It gives you a basis for how to communicate. Just like anything else, sometimes it works. Sometimes you cuss each other out.
Yeah. But then
that goes back to what you said, Lovejoy. Communication is a muscle. It breaks down sometimes to make it stronger.
And can I just tell you something? Kind of ain't gonna work all the time if you're already in a certain mindset.
Right.
Say that again, Lovejoy.
Kind would not work if you already have a certain mindset. You got to be willing to see you and see what you're doing. There it is again. What am I doing wrong in this relationship? Take ownership for your part. If you know you are a stubborn, bull-headed person who will not listen, you have to take ownership of that.
That sounds like James.
And James, I wasn't referring to you. I'm just saying, if that's the person that you are, and if the other person always talking over you when you're trying to say something, and then for a man, you're like, man, what the hell am I supposed to talk for? Every time I say something, you talking over me, so nobody is heard. And so watch this. She talking over you, and you feel like your voice have to be louder. So now you yelling, and now she trying to match that, and she going out there, and then so now the both of you guys are at a point where y'all just talking, and you hear both people talking like, who hearing who? Right here.
Right.
And so I'll do that in my sessions where they'll be hot about something. Both of them talk. So if you don't have Ben the Brave Burger Bear in your hand, what I teach the couples is you can't talk. Boy, they hot. They hot because whoever have Ben in their hand can be the person that's talk. So what I'm teaching them is how to compose yourself. There it is. Keep your composure. And so they sitting there steaming. I said, you're not listening to him to understand. You're listening to him to respond. You see how I just pointed that out? And made that the obvious. This is what you've been doing. That's why nothing is ever resolved. So,
man, are y'all getting something out of this, people? I mean, y'all in here. We got some numbers tonight, which lets me know that some of y'all are getting it. But man, y'all watching the Four Black Guys show. We are talking about relationships. We're talking to the love doctor tonight, man. It has been really, really good tonight. And we're going to continue just a little bit longer. If you got any questions, now is the time to get them in, because we're talking about relationships. I don't know when we're going to come back to this conversation, guys. But if you have any questions for Lovejoy, please put them out there, man. And they don't have to be about y'all. That might have to be about another couple. You know what I'm saying? Y'all, it might not be about y'all. It might be your neighbors might be having some problems. But I think now is opportunity. Now that we're dealing with this, if you guys have any questions, please put them out here, man. Lovejoy, I'm going to go back, man. I had something in mind, and I try to hold on to it. I'm having one of the Mario moments now, Doc. Where he can't hold his idea for too long. This was the question that we're talking about tonight. What approach do you take to communicate with your loved one? So now, Lovejoy, I'll ask you a question.
Yes,
what?
sir.
Why are you laughing, bro?
Okay, because of that question right there. Go ahead, Steve.
Say you have a couple that is non-confrontational. And they'd rather sweep it under the rug than kind of deal with the issue. What do you say to those who are, you have two people that are just non-confrontational, and there are issues? How do you deal with that couple?
So that's actually what I call a powder keg. That's going to explode.
What?
Powder keg. You remember Malcolm X talk about the powder keg?
Gotcha. Okay.
That's a powder keg. It's going to explode. And the quiet ones, Steve, y'all know this. If you push them too far,
can turn up.
When they go there, they're going all the way there. There's no stopping. And that's when you end up like one of my classmates. She was just like that, non-confrontational. One day she snapped and went to the dude's house. The girlfriend opened up the door. She ratcheted one, blew her. And then when her husband came to the door because he had someone else in the house, she's real quiet. Boom. Blew him away. What do you do, Steve? You have to find someone that you trust, that you can talk and say the things that you need to say. Do not try to have that conversation alone. You don't know how. You don't know how. So I'm advising for those of you who scenario is like what Steve said, please, I advise you, do not start trying to have serious dialogue with that person. Come to a counsel so the counsel can mediate and give perspective on what is going on. So we got couples like that right now.
That is extreme, Lovejoy. That is extreme, Doc.
And unfortunately, Steve, it's reality though. That there are people who are non-confrontational, and that may come with their personality. They may come because of issues in life that they've never ever dealt with, and every time something came up, they either ran or they swept it up under the rug, out of sight, out of mind.
Right.
But then later on, when you go past that again, you trip on it, and it's bigger now. So my advice would be go seek out counseling, and I think even if your relationship is perfect and good, which there is none, right? I think every now and then it is good for the couple to come in and say some things and get a certain perspective on their relationship.
I like good information. Switching gears.
Yes, sir.
Is a good blow up necessary every once in a while in a relationship?
Okay. Can we do the Mr. and Mrs. Smith? Yes. Can we do the Mr. and Mrs. Smith thing every once in a while where we just grab some pistols and go to shooting at each other and put on some boxing?
No.
I got a situation right now where, James, that happened, and the state picked up the charges because the wife wanted to, she filed charges against the dude, and then later wanted to come back and drop them. And the state said, we picking these charges up, so he's gonna have a domestic violence on his record. Now you can't carry a pistol.
So me and my baby can we put on some boxing gloves, maybe?
Huh?
Can we put on some boxing gloves and maybe just go like 2 quick rounds?
With your girl?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm afraid of that because what's gonna happen is your ego gonna be bruised when she whoop your ass.
I mean, hey, if that's what happens, it is what it is. But we get out all that pent up aggression and
no, I think you gotta do something else to get the pent out aggression out.
Well, that'll come after the boxing, though. You see what I'm saying?
Not if you got a bruised eye.
Not if she busted your nose.
And when she busted your nose, all the blood coming out your nose.
Right,
not going
right. All
down to
that
your
pressure,
spinal cord.
all that pressure gonna make your blood come out the nose. Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna come out your nose, James. It need to be going somewhere else.
I got you. Okay.
All right. So Lovejoy, once again, is a blow up necessary sometimes? Tanya Myers says, yes, some folks need a good cussing out. And sometimes you're not heard until you just click out. That was her response.
And Tanya, to that point, that's what most people believe. But I honestly believe that you can have a conversation and get resolved, even when the decibel is right here. I honestly believe that. We've been taught that, man, let me spaz out on this bitch. She don't even know she don't know who she messing with. I tell you what, keep talking. Now watch this. A woman's persuasive ability is in what she says. If a man feels challenged, his persuasive ability is in this right here. And she keep talking. You little dick, some, for real? Bam! Okay, I'm little dick now. And now it's unfair because now he going to jail because there's a bruise on him. But he's bruised on the inside. So all I'm saying is let's find ways to be civil. And if I'm going to be with you, maybe I need to learn how to talk to you. Maybe. Just maybe. Otherwise, look, guys, and I'm not an advocate of divorce. Maybe we need to just go on our separate ways. Because what I told you is I was going to always put you in a place of honor and that your voice matters to me. So you can't talk to me sideways because I'm not going to talk to you sideways. What if you establish that premise? And if something go left, hey, we need to go separate. Then come back and then talk in a civil tone. Because believe it or not, that person that's sleeping next to you, that's not the enemy.
Right.
Tashara asks, how would you advise a woman to deal with a partner who refuses to go to counseling?
Remember, I told you at the beginning, when you're still on that stage, what you said is, this is the best I can do. You can't force them. You can't force them. And honestly, either you get a divorce or pretty much
deal with it.
And if the person is not open and willing for a change agent in that relationship, what do? You just, honestly, you almost have to be like Smith Wigglesworth's wife.
Explain.
Who?
Smith Wigglesworth's wife.
He not church, so he don't know who that is. He don't know who that is.
Oh, okay. That's that was a famous healing evangelist at the early part of their marriage. He was hell. He would come home drunk, whoop her blood, and then go in there and tell her go cook him something to eat. And guess what she did? Now I know the women of today was like, hell no, I ain't doing that. He would whoop her tail on a Friday night and then make her go in there and cook him something to eat with a broken arm. And she prayed.
Did he heal her?
She prayed for him for 27 years.
That's where we get Azusa Street from, the Azusa Revival.
Yes, that's where we get Azusa Revival from. And so she prayed for him for 27 years, and all of a sudden he becomes this amazing man of God. Watch this. From the patient prayers of the wife. She didn't know he was going to change. All she did was be consistently her. And eventually, 1 Corinthians 13, love is patient. Love is kind. Love sees the best in others. It does not behave itself unseemly. It seeketh not its own. It's not easily provoked. It thinketh no evil. It rejoices not in iniquity, but rejoices in what is true. It bears all things. It believes all things. It hopes all things. And then it endures all things. Love never fails. Do you really love that person to stick it out? Even when you know that it's not going to be a change? Wow.
Right. Mario, Tanya says, click out, not hurtful, just get loud, but not cut.
So, Tanya, let me ask you a question. Do you think, and I'm really asking Tanya this, do you think being louder helps the situation? And for all you church people out, you know how we be casting devils out and we screaming and we spitting and all that because we think it's gonna make a difference. We think it's gonna make the power of God move faster. The authority is not in us speaking louder, but the authority is in the ability to speak the word over a challenging situation.
Mm-hmm.
That's where the power comes. It's not in us being loud. So I'm asking Tanya, do you think being loud is going to actually change the situation?
Mario
do you think you're being heard being loud?
Mario says every now and then you need to blow your wig and then grab her by her when you're having good sex. That might be part of the problem. You spell sex wrong, but
Oh Jesus!
What do you say? Read that again. Every now and then you need to blow her wig.
What's up, Mario?
Oh, man. Okay. Hey, fellas. Okay, so for you guys that's pulling wigs and stuff off, okay, here's a little advice. If you're pulling her hair, don't pull right. I'm trying to see. Don't pull. Watch this. Don't pull up here.
Right.
You're gonna pull. Go straight to the root.
Right.
Grab the root where all the hair comes together right there. Pull there. If she got a wig on, I can't help you because it's coming off and she may get mad. But if it's her hair braids, remember, y'all got it here first from the 4 Black Guys. We don't pull from the actual plait. We go straight to the root, and that's what we pull. And jerk her head back.
That's good advice.
Yeah, that okay. We ain't talking about sex tonight, so okay. I want to make sure.
All right, Talia says sometimes I feel like people only feel like they are cared for when you get loud.
Man.
It is a backwards mindset.
That's messed up, Tony.
That's messed up.
Boy, y'all. But believe it or not, there are some people that don't understand calmness and things like that. They only understand if you're loud, you get louder with these people. They don't understand it. And unfortunately, that's some of the people. But what if we learn a different communication style? That's all I'm saying. Okay.
All right, guys. Audience, we only got a few more minutes. If y'all got any more questions, please go ahead, let it be known. We are dealing with relationship issues on tonight.
So go back to that Mario. I'm trying to make sure I understand Mario, what he's saying.
Mario said he thinks the blowout is necessary so he can blow out later.
Hey, but that's what I was saying, guys. Remember, if that's what works for you guys, that's what works. Find out what works in your house and play that baby to the end. Play it to the end. Okay, good. Thank you, Felicia.
Thank you, Felicia.
Yeah. Yeah, ain't that wrong? Oh, I just got a message. There's absolutely nothing wrong with side booty. Okay.
I think his problem was the location of the side.
Location
hey,
of the side
man.
booty.
Hey,
right.
hey, ain't nothing wrong with every now and then. I think it's the sneakiness of, hey, you in Burger King, you tap her. And go in there and get your quick out real quick. I think that's the excitement of that. And girl, you remember we did such and such, and every time you drive past Burger King, you remember? Yeah. And you can have
I once got busy in a Burger King bathroom.
Well, I'm just saying. Side booty.
Yeah, y'all don't know nothing about that.
Yeah, you're right. I don't know anything about what you just said.
Yeah.
Humpty
Especially
Hump,
if you got
baby.
kids. You got kids, and you have to get the side booty. Okay.
Hey man, it's nice to go into the closet so the kids won't, you know what I'm saying?
The closet.
The closet.
Let me tell you something.
The prayer closet.
They listen. They gonna hear it one day. They might as well hear it from mom and dad. I ain't hide nothing. Put the pillow over your head if you don't want to hear.
It wasn't a lady it wasn't a lady. She was running, trying to get away from her husband, who was shooting at her. And they made up, and she tried to drop the charges, but the state said, no, he going to jail.
Mm.
Yeah. So, and oh, here's the other thing. I'm old school with this. Whatever happens at home, guys, y'all keep it at home. Stop going and tell Big Mama and all your friends what's going on in your house.
Right.
Right.
Because they're going to use that stuff against y'all. Believe it or not. Y'all madly in love now. Y'all went through the steps. Y'all came and saw me at Brave. And now we're working through it. They still mad.
Right.
A low down dirty nigga. I knew he wasn't no good from the very first day. I knew he wasn't no good.
Right.
I had a dream about him. He was the devil in my dream. And then y'all made up. And
right.
They still holding on. Mama still holding on. Like, why y'all treat them like this? Well, you opened your mouth. So
right.
keep your business at home. Go old school. All right.
Guys, awesome show tonight. Lovejoy, Dr. Lovejoy, thank you once again for helping us out in our relationships. We thank you guys for watching the Four Black Guys. We appreciate it so much. Once again, if you're on Facebook, hit like, hit share. And then if you're on YouTube, and listen, guys, we want you all to start moving over to YouTube. I know it's easy to catch us on Facebook, but it's just as easy to catch us on YouTube, guys. So go to YouTube, take a moment, go over to the Four Black Guys page on YouTube, just as it says. The Four Black Guys has our page there. Go over there, hit subscribe, and hit the notification bell. It will let you know when we go live on YouTube also. So go, guys, we appreciate you watching us on Facebook, but we want you to also go over to YouTube so that you can watch us there also. All right. There's so many ways to watch us and get great information, man. We talk about everything over here, even getting side booty in Burger King. What other kind of show will advise you to get busy watching the Avengers? You know what I mean? You can avenge the booty. You know what I mean? So we want to thank you guys for watching the Four Black Guys show. Everybody, if you don't mind, put your fours up as we're getting ready to get out of here. We'll be back next week, same time, same place. Peace.